What's up guys, Coach Jeremy here. Welcome to another Saturday skills session. This time actually posted on a Saturday. In this episode, we're working on improving our shots. We've worked on skating, worked on stick handling, gotta work on that shot. In previous videos, I've taught the building blocks of a good shot. So I don't like to teach just the wrist shot and just the snap shot and just the slap shot, because there's so many components that go into taking a good shot. So I like to teach the building blocks, and then you guys can use it in any situation you find yourself on the ice and score more goals. What I'd like to do is give you guys a drill that's gonna help you isolate a certain part of your shot. So you can get power from weight transfer, from your legs, from your torque of your body, from your upper body, from your arms. Lots of different ways you can generate power in your shot. This drill has two main benefits that I'm gonna explain throughout the video, but obviously I wanna get to the drill right away, just like you guys. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna be shooting on the sports screen. The video is sponsored by the sports screen. I just did a review of it on my channel, so if you wanna check it out, I have it. I just posted a few days ago, but once again, let's get to those drills, and I'll talk more about the sports screen at the very end of the video. Let's go. What we're gonna do in this drill is to isolate the upper body to see how much power we're getting from the arms and the upper body. We're gonna do this by basically removing the legs from the shot. Now, if I just tell you to not use your legs, you're still naturally gonna do a little bit of weight transfer and still push off a little bit from the legs. So how do we remove the legs from a shooting drill? Well, it's pretty simple. You just don't use them. That's right, I want you to be kneeling when you take your shots. Now, you're probably gonna think I'm a bit crazy, but try it out because it's a really good way to see how much power you're getting from this snap motion by putting that top hand out and getting the top hand ahead of the blade. That's the best way to create really good power using the leverage of the hockey stick. You gotta get that top hand out, you gotta reef back on it, and then drive with that bottom hand. Obviously, you're a lot closer to the ice, so it's gonna create a weird angle on your stick blade, but you can figure it out and still get some pretty good shots. So that's the main benefit, seeing how much power you can get from your arms, but there's a second benefit. I'm gonna take some shots, and then we'll talk about that second benefit. When you do this drill, obviously you're gonna notice that your power is not as good as it used to be. And that's because you're not using your full body, all the muscles, and activating everything with that good timing. You're only using your upper body, so you're gonna have decreased power, decreased accuracy, but it shouldn't be really decreased. If you notice that you have barely any power and accuracy, well, chances are you're not activating your wrists and your arms the right way. What this drill does is it forces a really quick snap. You need that quick snap to get the puck off the ice or the ground. And if you're not getting decent shots in this drill, that means that you're probably relying too much on weight transfer and pulling the puck way back. You can't pull that puck way back in this drill because you just don't have the real estate. You have to have it pretty much lined up in front of your body and then snap it really quickly. So that's the main benefit, targeting and paying attention to how you're getting power on your shot. The second benefit to this drill is getting the body used to getting a decent shot off when you're not in that perfect situation. So obviously when we're training, we're just in a good shooting stance and we're shooting, we're comfortable. But this drill forces you to be uncomfortable. When you go into this uncomfortable position, you're forcing your body to adapt and to figure things out. And by doing that and being able to get a good shot off, whether you're in a good comfortable position or in an uncomfortable position, that's gonna give you better consistency on the ice and improve your shot. That's one way to isolate the upper body, but there are more ways. If you find it really difficult to get those shots off when you're on both knees, it's because you're pretty low to the ground. You can get yourself a little bit higher by just kneeling on one knee. That also gives you a little bit more space to get a shot in. So if you can't do it on two, try it on one. Once you get comfortable doing that, then go down to two knees and see if you can get the shot off there. Another way to isolate the upper body is to sit on something. So you can use a chair, anything that gets you about the same position or height that you normally be when you're shooting is good. I only had to create a pucks handy. It's a little bit too low for me, but for kids that might be a really good height to really focus on just using the upper body. If you're a younger player or you're a parent and your kids are going to try this drill, you'll notice that the younger or the weaker the player is, the harder it's going to be. And that's because it already takes them a lot of strength and momentum and energy to build the puck up onto the blade and get that shot off. If they do this drill with a black puck, it's going to be really difficult. So I recommend trying these blue lighter pucks or even the orange street hockey pucks just for this type of drill. That way they have a chance to at least get the puck off the ice or the shooting pad, and they won't be discouraged and not want to keep on trying this type of drill. Hope those tips will help you guys improve your shot. Don't forget, I'm doing new training videos every single Saturday to help you improve your game. Big thanks to the sponsor of this video, the Sports Screen. These sponsors help me continue to do what I do and make hockey videos for you guys. For shooting indoors or in the proximity of anything of value, I always recommend a tarp or a screen for two reasons. One is that they give you this massive area, so if you miss high or wide, you're going to hit the screen. It's going to protect anything behind it. Second reason is because with a net, if you hit a crossbar or a post, you get those deflections and those pucks can fly anywhere, especially if you have players that have a good shot. For the younger players, not that big of a deal, except for their accuracy isn't that great. But for the older players, especially on a net, those pucks can fly off. If you want to check them out, I'll put the link in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.